As we continue, let's go to Galveston, Texas. Oh, yeah, Galveston Island Humane Society. We have the executive director. His name is Josh Henderson. Josh, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Bill.
Well, you know, we want to do some help on this show today, and especially animals are so important. People, realtors, real estate professionals love dogs and cats. Everybody does, and you're helping those animals in a tremendous way. Let's tell people about the Galveston Island Humane Society.
So the Galveston Island Humane Society is Galveston's only animal shelter. We're a 501c3 nonprofit founded in 1981, so we've been around for a minute. Now, we do a lot. We are a open intake facility, so we accept animals that are found by the public. We also are the contracted impound facility for Galveston's Animal Services Unit, and so we get animals that come to us from a wide range of reasons, and our goal is to find them a suitable forever home. In some cases, that requires a little bit more rehab, a little bit more medical care than others, but all in all, we currently are caring for somewhere between 2,000 and 3,000 animals that come through our facility each year, with currently over approximately 300 altogether in care today.
And that's a lot. So, and when we talk about animals, the first thing I think about are dogs and cats. So you have dogs and cats, but are there other animals?
You know, there are. Galveston being what it is, there's always a lovely little curveball. And so we do primarily focus on dogs and cats, but that's far from all that comes through our facility. We are the processing location for Galveston Island ghost wolves, along with all of the injured wildlife that Galveston can bring us. So on any given day, we may have 8 injured birds as well, getting ready for triage and transport to wildlife rehabilitators.
Well, that's a lot of work.
There's never a dull day around the shelter.
How big is the shelter where you're housing and helping these animals?
Well, you know, like most animal welfare organizations, not quite big enough. We stay full. We have a design capacity to hold about 65 dogs of varying sizes, and about 89 cat cages. And so we're currently housing more than that, much like just about every other animal welfare organization throughout our nation.
Well, as we think about let's take dogs and cats, for example. Right now with dogs, if someone wants to help a dog, adopt a dog, that's possible, right? Tell us the procedure, how that works.
So we try to make that as easy as possible. Now, every animal that we have available for adoption, you can go to our website at galvestonhumane.org, and you can view our adoption process. You can view all of our adoptable pets. And if you're not quite ready to adopt, we also have a foster program. If you think about how long animals these days are having to spend waiting for their forever home, we've actually had to make an update to our website, and we're now publicizing a 100 club for the dogs that have been in our custody awaiting that forever home for more than 100 days. We have dogs, it's sadly quite common that these dogs and cats are stuck for more than 100 or 200 days.
It's a long time.
It really is.
So once again, I think that's a good idea. So someone can foster a dog in this case for what period of time? How does that work?
You know, we're easy to work with. We actually have launched a Borrow a Bestie program. So, you know, you may not have 3 months to foster a dog in the classical sense where you would foster until the dog ultimately finds a home. And while we desperately do need fosters that fit that model, we have a lady that works offshore. And while she's gone on a boat for 3 weeks, she also gets to come back and she's off the boat for 3 weeks. So whether it's 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days, or just to borrow a puppy, take them down for a walk on the beach, get a pup cup and bring them back, that valuable time out of the shelter may give us some additional insight into the best forever home. Some additional insight into how that animal behaves while he's not stuck at the Humane Society waiting.
And then let's hit cats for a second. Can you foster a cat as well?
You can absolutely foster a cat. And let's face it, if we've got a mama cat and her kittens, you might be able to let those kittens grow up until they're old enough to go through their spay and neuter surgery. And then that enables those kittens to be out of a shelter environment. It's going to be less germs they're exposed to overall in a home environment than in a shelter environment. So come adoption day, we've got animals that have been exposed to less because they've been out of that group shelter environment.
And then as far as if someone wants to make an actual adoption, forever home quote, so how's that procedure? Easy to do, right?
That procedure's remarkably easy. Our adoption application is available online. We can run through the entire process all remotely. I could send you a adoption link right now, and sir, you could adopt 4 or 5 dogs. I could have them delivered to you if that'll make it.
Hold up, you have a delivery?
So
option?
Absolutely, we have a delivery option. So
you're making it too easy, Joe.
We're not quite Amazon yet, but
oh my goodness,
we absolutely can assist with transport as well. So if you're listening to this and you're not right around the corner in Galveston, if our issue is how do we get a dog from Galveston to New York, we do have a plan for that. We've sent dogs to New York, to Canada, to Boise, Idaho, all in the last 6 months. Don't let distance be what stops you from helping out. If you've got room in your heart and home for another animal, we can fill that gap.
And on that note as well, the need. I mean, if I could, I have a dog right now. I had 2, one passed away. You see the pictures of dogs on Facebook. You see dogs that are hurt, that are abused. It's sad. And then you see the ones, as you're saying, that have been in a shelter where someone has it posted that so-and-so has been there 200 days or 100 days, and they're just sitting in their cage lonely. That's sad.
It's even more sad to see how happy and wiggle butt those animals are the day they land versus how that 200 days affects them. That's a long time. You think that a day in the life of a dog, right? So we talk human years and dog years, and so one of our years is 7 for a dog. How does it? 200 days is a long time in a shelter for any animal.
Well, the great news is we're here spreading the word, so there are people that understand now just a little bit more about what you're doing, what's available to help. And as far as adopting, fostering, those are 2 ways to help. I would assume also if someone wants to make a donation of their dollars, wherever they are, in Galveston, Houston, or Indiana, wherever, they can donate dollars.
Absolutely.
And can they donate time if they don't have money and they just want to come and walk the dogs or things like that? Do you allow that?
So, indeed, our overwhelming need is obviously adopting homes and fosters, but we also have a very robust volunteer program. If you've got extra time on your hands, we've got a remarkable amount of things to do, whether that's helping on site at the shelter or at one of our off-site events. And as far as being able to donate, yes, we have lots of exciting opportunities as far as how you can donate. So in addition to simply a monthly donation, a one-time donation, we also have some pretty exciting events when it comes to things to do on the island. So if you wanted to come down to the island and see what putting 30 dogs on surfboards looks like.
Now we're talking.
So in true island style, we will be having our Ohana Surf Dog competition on July the 20th, and that's right around the corner. So we do still have some sponsorships available for that. And then even bigger than our surf dog competition, we've just launched.
What could be bigger than that? Wait a minute. But
it's hard to beat, but we found a way. So our 22nd annual Paws Gala, this is the biggest party thrown by the Galveston Island Humane Society. We take over the San Luis Resort and Convention Center. This year, our theme will be Saturday Night Live in September. And so galvestonhumane.org, you can go to our donate or to our events page to see the latest and greatest things that are happening.
And one more second, I want to embellish the dog surfing because I've never seen that. Okay,
well,
and I think this is big enough, Josh, where people might even fly from out of town Tell us about dog surfing once again. The date is July 20th. What time of day is this going to happen?
So July the 20th. Now, we'll open up the registration table at 7:30 for those who haven't got their registration form filled out yet, because some folks do operate on island time.
Who are the dogs that are going to be surfing? Where do they come from?
We do have some folks that travel in, and we've got some locals that are willing to defend their title from last year. It absolutely is a big thing. This is now the 11th year that we've had our surf dog competition. And in all honesty, we've had a cat on a surfboard in years past. So
it seems disturbing for a minute, but okay.
It's one of those things you gotta see in person to believe. It's truly Galveston all the way around. And where else are you going to go to see dogs on surfboards?
Only Galveston. Josh, let's tell people how they can learn more. Of course, the website is
GalvestonHumane.org. And you can also follow us on our social media pages. We're on Facebook at Galveston Humane. We're on Instagram at Galveston Humane. You can also call us directly at the shelter at 409-740-1919. 409-740-1919.
We can adopt a pet. We can foster a pet. We can donate money. We can donate our time. And
Absolutely.
We can watch dogs.
And you can watch
on
dogs on
surfboards. So much to take in. I'm astounded. Thank you, Josh Henderson. The number again is
409-740-1919.